You're working your ass off and not getting ahead. You're overwhelmed. You look at senior leaders and wonder, how do they have those skills? How do they have the knowledge, the access? Well, you're flying blind. No plan, no system. Most people don't achieve their goals because they lack a structured system. You know what Taylor Swift and Michael Jordan and Fortune 100 CEOs all have in common? They didn't just rely on talent. They trained with a plan, they trained with a system, they trained with a coach. Now, I'm giving you the exact system I learned, evolved, and watched Fortune 100 executives use behind the scenes. Every building needs a foundation. This system is your foundation to grow your career. Look, success leaves blueprints. This was the blueprint I've watched the most senior people use. And now this is your blueprint. First, you're going to make 2 lists. I know you're sick of the list, but guys, this is important. I have a link below that'll give you the PDF version of this worksheet. And it's important because I do want you to print it out and write it with your hand and see it. So you're going to make 2 lists. The first list is going to be what you're good at. You're going to write at least 10 things. This does not mean you're the best at this skill, that you're perfect at this skill. Just something that you're good at, that you enjoy, that comes easier to you maybe than others. You have to do this because your brain is wired to focus on problems and ignore what you do well. It literally filters out positive information about yourself. This step rewires how you see yourself from someone who's lacking to someone who's already capable. This creates momentum and confidence that you're going to need for the second step. Then you're going to start with the second list. You're going to make 3 columns, or I've already made them for you if you use my PDF. The 3 columns. The first one, you're going to keep writing and writing and writing the skills you want to develop. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. And don't you dare, I see this all the time, they're like, why would I write this? I'm never going to get so good at it. That's impossible for someone like me. Bull crap, people. You're going to fill this page, column 1. The skill you want to develop. What scares you professionally, the skills you see senior leaders have. Think of this list as the well-rounded professional leader. Okay, column 1, you're going to fill this page with the skills you, over a lifetime, in an ideal world, could, should, or want to develop. Column 2, you're going to limit the time frame that you're going to focus on just this skill. You're going to write 3, 6, 9, or 12 months in this middle column. And this is not the time period that you're going to master it, that you're going to become perfect at it, that you're never going to work on it again after the 3 months are up. No. We're going to give ourselves a time period and we're going to focus and learn just this. It's not meant to be a one and done. You're not going to, after the 3 months, never work on it again. But we want to have a targeted plan that we focus on one thing at a time. I'll explain in a minute. Look, no skill will ever be perfected. And that's not the purpose of this timeline you set. This is simply the one thing you will focus on for this period. For example, when I wanted to build my network of industry professionals at other firms, my peers who did what I did at other major global banks, I gave myself 3 to 4 months. When I wanted to build public speaking, it was such a fear of mine and such a sore point. I had to give myself 12 months. I wouldn't recommend 12 months for too many things because, again, you're going to be working on all of it all at the same time over a lifetime, but just a little period during which we're going to do specific things. So you have column 1, all the skills that you could work on. A limited time frame, 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. You're going to try to stick to 3 to 6 months for each skill. And the third column, name a person that exemplifies this skill. Think, who does this really well? Ideally, it's somebody you know, but it's okay if you don't. It could be an author, it could be a YouTuber, it could be a blogger. So now you have your 2 lists. You're going to acknowledge all the things you're good at. You're going to make a list of the skills that you want to improve and work on. You're going to give yourself a finite period, not to be the master of that skill, but just a time period to focus. And you're going to find or think of somebody who really exemplifies that well. Once you've done this exercise, we're going to take our list of skills that we want to build and pick just one to focus on for the time period that we indicated. Don't try to tackle all of these at once. For this exercise, your plan, your blueprint, you're going to focus on just one at a time. It's all interconnected anyway. Don't be that achiever where you're like, no, I can't do just one thing, 3 months, I need all of it. That was me. I wanted to do all of it at once. But this is the one thing you focus on no matter what. So choose from this list. You're probably way too ambitious to focus on just one thing, but this is the work. Steve Jobs famously said that focus means saying no to 1,000 really good ideas. When he returned to a failing Apple, yes, Apple was failing at one point, he slashed 70% of product lines to focus on four things. That decision turned Apple around. We now know very well that sustained focus on a single goal is up to 10 times more productive than switching between tasks. Think about Taylor Swift when she decides to re-record her albums. She doesn't tackle all her albums at once. She focuses on one at a time. Fearless, then Red, then 1989. She still writes new music, she still tours, she still runs her business empire, but her main energy and focus goes into perfecting one album at a time. Your career needs that same focus. You've made your list, you've picked your one thing, you've narrowed down the time limit that you're going to focus on it. Now it's time to attack. Ready? Let's go. I want you to do these 4 things. 1, make it visible. Write your one thing somewhere you see it every day. Your bathroom mirror, your laptop screen, your phone, wallpaper, sticky on the computer. I love my Post-its. Your brain filters out thousands of pieces of information every day. When you write something down and you see it daily, you're training your brain to notice opportunities related to that goal. It's like buying a red car and suddenly seeing red cars everywhere. People who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. You need something visible to keep you grounded in your goal. I know right now you think, of course I'm going to remember this, I want this so badly. No. We get distracted. 2, you're going to study something every day about that skill. If you picked Learn to Network Better and you gave yourself 3 months, for 3 months do something every day, every single day to learn about that skill. Reading a blog, listening to a podcast, watching a YouTube video, anything. This can be 5, 10, 15 minutes. Step 3, practice, don't just study. Volunteer first and figure it out later. When you analyze something, it lets your mind sabotage you. You see an opportunity, you raise your hand immediately. No fear, no excuses. Your brain builds neural pathways through repetition and challenge. You need to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. I know you've heard that 100 times, but feel the fear and do it anyway. My friend Mike gave me this book when I was 21 years old, and I don't even remember all the things in that book, but that phrase, literally, I repeat to myself over and over again for decades. Feel the fear and do it anyway. If your skill that you picked was develop networking, ask people for a coffee chat, to lunch, for a 15-minute catch-up so you can learn what they do. Just go. Email now and ask. Keep doing it for the 3 months that you picked. Go to that work event without your buddy and tell yourself you're going to come up to 3 people you don't know. Push yourself to act. If public speaking was your thing, you can ask your boss to let you present at the next team meeting. Sign up for your company's women's organization and volunteer to give the intro. Offer to lead that project that requires you to present. Keep doing this for the 3 months you picked. Make it your habit. You're learning about it, but you're practicing it for that time. You're going to feel uncomfortable, you're going to do it anyway. Think about this like learning to drive. You didn't read manuals for months, right? Before touching the wheel, you got behind the wheel with an instructor and you practiced. Your career skill needs the same approach. Guided practice, not endless preparation. 4, who is the inspiration for that skill? If it's somebody in the real world that you could ask for a meeting with, it could be somebody in your company that you know of but you don't know. Reach out and ask them for a 15-minute chat, for a 30-minute coffee break. Sit with them and ask them, I love how you present. How are you so funny on stage? How did you learn to know so many different things? How do you lead knowing finance and HR? Or maybe it's somebody who sits next to you and you're big picture and they're all about detailed tasks, and ask them how they organize themselves. Oprah credits her success to studying Barbara Walters. She watched every interview, studied her techniques, asked for mentorship, and asked how she did it. The most senior people are so insecure. They have a lot of pressure and they're constantly doubting themselves because for them the stakes are so high. When you tell them that you really admire a specific skill, they're going to want to share that with you. Feel reassurance. They themselves are going to feel so good that you've acknowledged something so particular, not generic, like, oh, you're wonderful. When you notice something specific, how do you do these presentations without having note cards? People love to share and teach other people. Find your role model, ask them for a meeting, ask them about it. And if it's somebody online, watch them online and just think about what they do, what you like about it, look at their style. But look out for these traps. The learning trap, getting ready to get ready to get ready. This is when you spend months, years preparing to start practicing instead of just starting. You convince yourself you haven't done enough research or figured out enough things to get started. When you're learning to drive, you don't get better practicing in an empty parking lot forever. Eventually you have to merge onto the highway with real traffic. I mentored this amazing college grad. Well, he's actually 3 years out of college now. And at first, he needed to expand his network and he was really afraid to meet with people. So we worked on him setting up coffee chats and interviews and meetings, and he got so good at it. He loved it. He perfected that. And he's so good at it, he's still freaking doing it. And he's doing it over and over again. And listen, it's good to do it, but he's doing it with the same focus and intensity that we were working on originally. And now he doesn't need to be focused on that anymore. I literally told him the other day, dude, you like and enjoy this too much. This is not where you need to be focusing. Do this once in a while. But now he needs to learn to articulate what he's doing. As I'm talking to him and I'm asking him, what are you doing at work? He gets muddled in the details, but not explaining and not building the picture for me. So the next skill for him is articulating his value proposition or articulating what he's done much better. He's stuck learning a skill he doesn't need to focus on anymore. Your career isn't stuck because you lack talent. It's stuck because you lack a system. Now you have one. This week, make your 2 lists, pick your one thing for a certain period of time, put it where you'll see it every day, then start. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Mark Twain had it right. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. And the other secret, by the way, is you're never going to be done. So limit it to the time you gave it. Improving without a plan for your career doesn't work. This system allows you to have a focused plan with a limited time. You have everything you need to get started. The ambition, the intelligence, the drive. You just needed the roadmap. Now you have it. Your potential isn't stuck behind some door you can't find. It's waiting for you to unlock it with focused action. Success leaves blueprints, and this is yours. So here's your challenge right now. Click the link below, download the PDF. Do the worksheet, write down your one thing, put it on a sticky, slap it on your mirror. Comment below and tell me what you picked. Because the people who get ahead, they don't just know the system, they use it. Most people think their problem is lack of confidence. That's backwards. Confidence doesn't come before the leap. It comes from it. And if the one thing you picked involves building relationships, improving visibility, or finally talking to people you admire, then your next move is simple. Book the coffee chat, but don't wing it. In this next video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to say in that 15-minute conversation that actually moves your career forward. No awkward small talk, no time wasted, just the script, the mindset, and the ask that opens doors. I'll see you there. You got this. You can do this. I know it. Your move.